third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
It's an excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. He has 18 points and 4 steals.
You just can't find fault with anything he's done here. The effort, the energy, his production, his defense, it's all there.
All hustle, non-stop effort from him all over that 94 by 50-foot box.
LeBron is the 3 with Thompson at the 4. Smith is out there with Irving, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player. The Spurs were able to take the top seed in the West once again and set themselves up for yet another deep playoff run.
Tipped away, leaps for it, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving, the #1 pick overall back in 2011, a player who promised himself he'd play in the NBA when he was just in the 4th grade. He said that came from his father. Confidence, confidence, confidence. That's all my dad preached. He'd always tell me, Kyrie, you could be this, you could be that. My dad had more belief in me than I had in myself. Gentlemen.
You know, it helps having people boosting you up, Doris. Thanks. Now here's Duncan. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Parker against Irving. Lock at 6. Goes up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
As you said, the Spurs were the top seed coming into the playoffs and in the West, but they were pushed to the limit early by Dallas before cruising to the NBA Finals. And I can go back a number of years where the #1 seed has had a tough time in its first-round matchup, only to get to the NBA Finals and in some cases win it.
Spurs trail by 12. Duncan with the screen for Parker. Duncan outside. Duncan drawing the double team. Nobody near Parker. San Antonio again missing. And for the Spurs in their run to yet another NBA title, they didn't seem to have any weakness in any facet of the game.
And you know, a little bit of that was overlooked, I thought, Kevin, heading into the final series against Miami, but certainly not afterwards. One of the things that so impressed me was the depth, the quality of play that the Spurs got from everybody that Greg Popovich called on. And that really was the difference. They had 8, 9 guys playing at a high level when Miami only had 1 or 2 guys most nights.
That's a great thought.
I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. This is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
J.R. Smith going from one of his best seasons in 2012-13 to one of his worst a year ago. I think his knee surgery in the offseason really got him off to a slow start. He didn't have the same bounce in his step, and he didn't find his game until late in the season.
Shumpert is checked in for James.
Well, as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
I think it really could get out of hand, and you can credit their defense just as much as their offense for that.
And stolen by Irving. And he's going up for the alley-oop, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Boy, you can feel the confidence growing right now for this club at the offensive end.
Really an ideal time to have one of these runs after halftime, but before crunch time. They're setting themselves up for a great 4th quarter.
Parker against Irving. Parker passes to Green. Splitter kicks to Green. And he lays it straight in. Green's got 5 points so far.
That one goes down, but offensively, just 1 of 4 to start the 3rd quarter.
Irving drives in, and he gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 20.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
And slam dunk by Shumpert.
Wow, they are just red hot, guys, not missing a thing.
Sometimes you see a player get on a tear like this, Steve, but never an entire team.
The Spurs have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. And stolen by Irving. Oh, and here comes Smith all alone. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
Now that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Irving double teamed. And so here's Cleveland. And here is Parker. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. And the Spurs with some changes. Boris Diaw's checked in for splitting. And it's Ginobili in for Green. Here's Parker. Outside Leonard. Parker dishes to Duncan. The fadeaway, and that one's good. Duncan's got 6.
Greg Popovich with 15 straight 50-win seasons as head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. What a remarkable streak of success. And I don't really think folks understand what that level of consistency embodies. He's widely regarded as the best head coach in the NBA, and for good reason. He's the full package as a head coach.
Parker passes to Duncan. And that one is stuffed right through. And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess, huh?
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
Wow. And he knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
And Shumpert kicks to Smith. A 3-ball. And another miss by Cleveland. Popovich in the top 5 in coaching win percentage all time.
And he's likely to remain in that lofty company, Kevin. He said he plans to follow Tim Duncan into retirement. Not a bad plan. They pretty much came in together, so might as well go out together.
Irving kicks to Shumpert. And that one's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 18. 59 seconds left to play in the third. And stolen by Irving. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it the fast.
Oh, ridiculous. Tore it down that time.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year, and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
At the elbow, Smith. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And it's 8 points for J.R. Smith.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
Yeah, this team is really looking to get out and run.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And Thompson slams it home.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
And stolen by Irving. Now Cleveland moving it up. And then Shumpert slams it in.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. Great awareness and terrific finish.
It's stolen by Duncan. Ball going up court, and it's Leonard with the jam.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure, then a run-out seed. That's perfection to me.
And the Cavaliers call time here. From deep, James, and released it in time, but it's off the mark.